Oh my gosh, y'all. Welcome to Crashout Couch. I am so excited to be starting a podcast. Oh my god. Guys, stop. Stop. No, because I've had this idea since high school. Except now I'm an adult and I have a credit card. Right? That's what's changed. So yeah, we're starting a podcast. Welcome to Crashout Couch. I don't know what this video is gonna turn into. I have no plan. It's guys, I feel like this is like a really awkward time. Like, we're making like the icebreaker questions, and I don't know like how to approach that. So I'm just gonna like kind of set the mood, if you will. Introduce myself a little bit. Introduce the podcast, introduce all this stuff. But anyway, let's start with myself, me. Okay, I'm Kennedy. I'll be hosting the Crashout Couch. Okay, I'm originally from Brookings, South Dakota. I'm a corn-fed Midwestern hoe. Okay, I got that fucking corn in me. It's like running through my veins at this fucking point. Fuck. But yeah, I'm originally from South Dakota. And I now live on the East Coast in Pennsylvania. Oh, I moved here last August, in August of 2024. I'm still adjusting just a little bit, y'all. Just a little bit. You'll hear more about that later. But yeah, I'm definitely, and also a huge reason why I'm starting this podcast here is because I ain't got no friends. I am struggling a lot more than I thought I would in terms of making friends here. Well, yeah, I have my coworkers, those, you're getting paid to be around me. I don't feel like that counts. It's like a friend. And then I have my dad. He's obligated to be my friend. And so I just wanted to make some besties. Oh my gosh, and making friends when I don't have to talk to them every day is like my dream. Right? Y'all just get to listen. Beautiful. Wonderful. I am, in fact, a lesbian. Does everyone hear that? Okay, I'm a lesbian, and I know I look a little homeless right now. Right? But if there is a very hot and sexy masked lesbian watching this, okay, hit me up, please, baby girl. Okay, I can give you the world. Okay, the bar is on the floor. Okay, just give it your best shot. Okay, I promise I'll probably be impressed by you doing the bare minimum. Okay, don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared about. I don't bite. Okay, so just hit me up. Okay, and we'll see where it goes. Okay. Yes, I am in fact a lesbian. I can't take myself seriously, y'all. And I'm a lesbian. I came out my junior year of high school. Oh, fun fact, I graduated high school. Barely. I had to do summer school, but we got there. Graduated in 2022. Came out my junior year of high school. Another thing I would like to say to any viewers that know me, right, that know my name. First of all, y'all don't fucking know me. You know my name. You don't know two fucking things about me. Okay? If you're watching this and you're like, oh my fucking god, I know her. Okay? First of all, I need to give you the very humble reminder, right? There are a few people. The amount of people I actually fuck with from high school, right? I can count on my 10 fingers, and then we'll add in maybe a foot. Okay? I don't fuck with any of y'all. Right? And I make it blatantly clear because yes, I was a bitch in high school. Right? But also being gay in South Dakota was like my fucking Roman Empire. It was awful. Like, Jesus fuck. Like, y'all just really could, like, you could not sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna let this girl eat box in peace. No. So, I have been, when I tell you This is the part I've been most excited about for this episode. Just getting like introductions out of the way. So if you're watching this, oh, honey, I have to. I'm so sorry. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, okay? Half of y'all, I don't even know, like, half of y'all don't even got time to watch this because you're fucking getting married, or you're fucking pregnant, or both, or you're, on your second kid, or you're fucking in jail. So, I hope you're having the life you deserve, okay? But anyway, to the friends and family who have supported me on this idea, when I say friends, mainly, my private story on Snapchat, okay? Y'all have seen me through a lot. Right? And I feel like this is one of my better decisions in life. Okay? But thank you all so much for the support. I also want to thank my followers on TikTok. Okay? I know we're going kind of unserious vibes for this video, but I hope y'all know that I do intend on talking like on serious subjects on this podcast as well. It's all not gonna be just butterflies and fucking rainbows. We're gonna cry, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna fucking scream. I don't know. But I hope y'all know, because that is a huge reason why I got any amount of followers on TikTok, right? I have 3,000 followers on TikTok, which that is like a fucking drop in the bucket in terms of it. TikTok, right? You gotta have like a fucking million viewers to be anything on fucking TikTok. No, I don't think I've ever met 3,000 people in my lifetime. So, thank you for following me on TikTok. And I know that a huge reason why I gained those followers was because I definitely was not afraid to voice, and I'm still not afraid to voice my opinion on political issues. Also, huge ground rule, right? This should not be shocking at all, right? Absolutely huge one of these to the absolute animal running this country. An animal and his little bitch. Okay, fuck you, dude. Fuck you both, okay? It's okay. Being gay in 2025 is no big deal, okay? Y'all just need to accept it, okay? Because Elon's fucking lips couldn't get closer to your asshole, okay? And it's okay. You don't have to do it in secret anymore, right? But yeah, I made some political TikToks, which I love doing. Do you know what I love doing? I love making TikToks, right? First of all, but I love making TikToks that are controversial. Not controversial to me. They get all these little men, specifically little men's panties in a twist. And then I just close my phone and guess what? They don't exist anymore. I love it. Love it. But making those political TikToks definitely gained a little bit of traction. I say a little bit. It's kind of like, I know people who have like a lot more followers than I do, but I'm proud of those 3,000 followers, okay? Don't fucking invalidate my following, okay? 3,000 people that agreed with what I have to say. And so I'm hoping those people, if you made the expeditious journey from TikTok to here, welcome, okay? Oh, I also want to give a huge shout out to my bestie, Ainsley. Oh my gosh, Ainsley. Right? For y'all that don't know Ainsley, okay, she is a fucking angel on this earth, okay? We have been friends since my freshman year of high school, okay? And she has seen me, quite literally, through every era of my life. And just for a little, like, quick synopsis, right? Not every era has been good, right? But she has never faltered from being like, no, I'm here for you, man. I love you, right? Let me know how you're doing, right? And I just want to say a huge thank you, because Ainsley will tell me when I'm being stupid, right? But she'll also support me in literally anything I do. Anything I do. And she was so supportive for this podcast. Gosh, and I love her for it. And I always say, when people like ask me about Ainsley, I'm like, everyone needs an Ainsley, right? Because I have never felt a level of friendship from anyone and about like a level of love from anything or anyone than I do from Ainsley. And it is so effortless, our friendship. It is, because she goes to school in LA. I'm in PA, Okay? We could not be further apart, right? But it doesn't matter. I haven't seen her since like July, okay, of last year. And nothing's changed. We can go months without talking, like on the phone, right? We can go months without FaceTiming, go years without seeing each other, and it doesn't fucking impact anything. She's like my fucking ride or die. And I've never been so sure that someone's going to be in my life forever, right? Because I do. She's one of the few, okay, not all of you bitches, right? Few people I actually want to experience every era of life with. Okay, and I just wanted to give her a huge shout out because she deserves it. She deserves it. Okay. Who else do I want to shout out? I guess that's pretty much it. Oh, another goal of this episode. I wanted to share a very wholesome moment that I had in terms of making this podcast happen. So I bought a $400 camera. Hoping that I could use it to film said podcast. And then I was I was knocked in the head a little bit when I Googled, and I found out that camera can only record for 30 minutes. And 30 minutes is a long time, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, I might have more to say than 30 minutes, right? And so I did a little scavenging, as I said in the beginning. I've been done a lot of scavenging the past week, to see, if my dad, because my dad, I feel like it's so on brand for dads just to have literally fucking, anything. Just the most random shit, right? That they just collected over the years. And he did. I asked him, I was like, do you have a camera, I can use? And he's like, yeah, I have this camcorder, right? This motherfucker, I don't know where the fuck it's been. Okay? He got it in 2009. Okay? She's working. That's what we're on. Okay? But gave me this camera, right? And this is the fourth time I'm filming this, which a little I just want to post a YouTube video instead of sitting in front of a camera and trying to do this shit, and it never goes through. Never goes through. And I have to start again. It is terrible. Okay? But on one of those tries, I connected the camcorder because it is a camcorder. Okay, one of those shit. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised what this shit has captured, right? So then I downloaded the content from it because this is the first camera I've interacted with that doesn't actually have an SD card. It's just stored on the camera, which I've never seen that before. Also, for 2009, that's oh my fucking god, this is of the future. I don't have to buy a VHS tape. Fuck, this is high tech, bro. And then now I'm I don't know even what to begin. I don't now I'm just what? I don't even know what this cord is called, because it's I haven't seen that shit in years, right? But get it connected, right? Start downloading it. It's taking a long time. Right, this is taking so long to empty on. I was like, there can't be that much shit on it, right? Wrong, right? Because not only did it take fucking 10 years to even get the looking, because it looked for content, and then it downloaded it. The looking for content part took about 10 years, okay? Waited through, finally got to the downloading part, and it said downloading 270 of 360. Content, images and photos. And I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck, right? So I go through it, right? And I find, first of all, I didn't even know, thinking back, right? Because we'll learn a little more about my childhood in terms of on the future episodes. That's a whole fucking book. I could write on that, right? But my childhood, I always looked at these pictures and I'm like, I really wish, because you see people have home videos, right? And they have these, memories that they can look back on. And I didn't think I had those. I thought I only had these pictures to hang on to. And of course, there's only so much you can get from a picture. When you're that little, it's not that picture is going to invoke a memory for me. You know, like you don't really have that kind of memory until you're like older. And so I found a bunch of home videos. And also, warning, I might get emotional, but we're going to try and like kind of detour around that. But found all these little videos, right? Not even little. And the first one was of me and my sister and my cousins trick or treating when I was like 4, right? And it was so wholesome because I've seen this like little version of myself, right? This little girl that lives inside me, because I believe there's a little version of us that lives inside us all the time, right? Doesn't matter how old we are, we still have a version of that little self in us. And I got to see her and how she like interacts and talks and behaves. And I got to, like study her. And it was so amazing. It was like a beautiful experience because I'm like, I always saw pictures and I'm like, and then you think like, as life happens, I've had not good things happen a lot in my life. And so to look back on this version of myself that is so like happy and smiling and so like unbothered by the world and so has such a drive for life, right, is amazing. Because oh my gosh, so much shit has happened and and as life happened, right, I'm 20 now, right, I've experienced a lot of stuff that a lot of people my age have not, nor will probably ever, right? And through the life process that I've had, it's like I completely lost touch with who this little girl in me is and who this inner child is. And I've completely lost like sight of what she was like and what she liked and disliked and, wanted like all these aspirations she had, right? And I got to see that again. And it's like I felt like I got reconnected with part of me that was missing for so many years. And when I tell you we want to talk about Crashouts on the Crashout couch, that was Crashout City. Not because I was like sad, right? But because I was like, I didn't know that I would ever see this version of myself. I would never be able to put a voice and a face and everything to myself. And first of all, I will mention, right, that costume I was wearing that year, I was dressed as Sharpay from High School Musical. If that photo ever surfaces, that is in fact the reason I can't run for public office, because it's the one. It was the one where she was in like a kimono. Okay, I was in fact 4. Okay, I would never wear it now. Right. I also, my mom, for some fucking reason, I had a blonde wig on. Right, because I'm Sharpay from High School Musical. Okay, and I'm walking. Oh my god, I'm like, the wig was about as long as fucking I was. I was just like, Jesus. Right. But me, and like, even, because me and my sister are both adults now, and, my other sisters are old. I have all older sisters, by the way, and my older sisters are even older, right? But I primarily grew up with one of my sisters, right? But even just seeing how we interacted with each other, right, is so crazy, right? Because me and my sister, when I tell you, we would actually, like, fucking, like, get into fist fights, right? And so it was a little refreshing seeing us actually be nice to each other, right? Seeing my cousins interact. And a huge one was also, like, my grandma passed away in 2020, and she died from COVID. And that's going to be a whole episode in itself, right? But she was in those. And it's like, and she had MS, multiple sclerosis. So it's a degenerative muscular disease, I believe. I think it's only it might be like muscles, tendons, whatever. But, and she was walking in them. Like, and, because it, like, progressed throughout my life, like, to where she ended up in a wheelchair. Like, she was wheelchair bound by the end of her life. And my grandma was up and walking in them, right? I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, and it's just brought back so many things. Like, it filled in so many bits of what these experiences I've had in life have taken away from me, right? And so, like, it brought back just, like, memories, and it, like, really, I feel more complete after seeing those videos and seeing all of the, amazing memories that I never knew existed, right? But I wouldn't have ever found them, one, until my dad probably croaked, okay, and just, like, I just stumbled upon this camcorder, right? But starting this podcast, right, I got to find them. Oh, and what a pleasant surprise they were. I was, even thinking about it, I'm just like, damn. I'm like, damn. It is so crazy because it felt like I got reintroduced to a good friend. A good lifelong, or like, a best friend that distanced herself so far from me, and we reconnected and it was like nothing happened. And it was great. It's fabulous. I also wanted to touch on, I wasn't expecting, I don't know if I've talked about this already, right? But I just need to emphasize how big of a pain in my dick getting this shit up and going was. Okay? I have one of those ASMR microphones. Okay? I can just do ASMR if this shit falls through. Right? Got one of those on Amazon. Okay? First of all, have never seen a microphone come packaged like that. Right? Because one thing about me, right, if I order from Amazon and there's an option of like a refurbished, like used thing, right, I'm gonna buy that one. Right? I'm not paying fucking $40 more for some shit that's new. No. I don't need the fucking Ritz. Right? I'll take a Motel 6. I'll take a Holiday Inn. Okay, but I don't need all that. Right? I'm gonna buy the used one. And that's what I did with this fucking microphone. Right? And not even exaggerating. Right? When this microphone arrived to me, right, quite literally was the microphone, like the actual microphone, right, the stand, right, and a cord, right, literally just put in like a plastic bag and put into a box that was about 5 times too big. Yeah, right? And I picked up this package and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why is it so, like, fucking lopsided? Like, the weight, like, it was so fucking top heavy. I'm just like, what is going on? And I opened it and I'm not kidding, that is all it was. No boxes, nothing wrapped up. That was it. It was this in a plastic bag, right? And I was fighting with this microphone because I recorded this, right? Recorded this the first time, okay? Thinking that I could just do what every logical person would think, right? If, you take the microphone and you put it in the computer and that records what goes on the microphone, and then you can save that, right? And then you can save that and then you can put it over top of the video, right? And then it's a YouTube video. Boom, bam, bam, right? No. Who was going to tell me? Who was going to tell me that I needed this, like, Logitech, fucking G-Hub bullshit to even get this to sound like anything, right? Because my little self was recording this shit on just the sound recorder on my computer, right? And you want to tell me why it literally sounded like fucking I was trying to scream through 10 feet of water? Underwater, right? Sounded awful. Horrible, even. Okay? And so I was just like, oh, right? But of course, right? It only took me like fucking 5 days. Right? We got the fucking little shit in there. Right? There we go. Oh, now it sounds somewhat fucking decent. Now it sounds actually like fucking coherent. Okay. Right? I ordered these lights, which I am currently being blinded by. Right? But it's fine. We gotta get the good shot. Okay? And I was tweaking out because I couldn't give 2 shits about the video quality. Right? I'm just sitting on a couch talking. I give 2 shits about the fucking sound quality. And that's the shit I couldn't figure out. I was just like, I was tweaking because I'm like, what? Right? And also another thing about me, right? If I order something on Amazon, right? And it doesn't work for me, never, ever returning it. Never. I refuse to do returns on Amazon because why is it so much work, right? I had to take it to the post office, right? Package it up. First of all, and another thing why I don't return them is because when I get a package, right, there's no opening it gently. No, it's going to look like a bear attacked it. Okay? And I fully acknowledge and accept that opening these packages, okay, I'm taking away the option to return it from myself because there's not going to be enough packaging left to even like package it up slightly, right? Because holy fuck, I'm just like, right? And all of this equipment, it was like I ordered this shit from Area 51. It was all of it. I don't know if they literally like look at people and they're like, oh, she seems like a trend here. She's ordering a lot of podcast equipment. Oh, let's put an actual like criminal amount of tape on all of the fucking boxes, right? Oh my god. I'm hacking at it with scissors and the scissors not even cutting through all the tape, right? Usually I can just slide a nail or, rip it or no, there was none of that, right? And also these lights, they're small, right? But when I tell you, you could see this shit, like if I were to like point the light at the sky, right? You could see it from the fucking International Space Station, okay? They are so bright, right? And they come with little color inserts, little clear color inserts to change the color of the lights, right? That does nothing on my retinas, okay? I'm still feeling the wrath of fucking hell's fire, feeling like I'm in the same room as the fucking sun, right? But then, but putting this little orange thing on it will make it less bright. What the fuck? No, don't even get me started, okay? Another thing I forgot I needed, right? Completely slipped my mind. A tripod. Do I know what you're standing on right now? A fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of like storage bins. Okay, you're standing on a little box, right, with a slightly larger box on top because putting another bin made it so you could only see my head, right? But just putting it on the storage totes without those little boxes I scavenged for, right, would literally give you a clear view of my crotch, like just crotch. Okay, so that's the setup. Okay, another thing I love about this camera, though, right? A good thing I love about this camera is I have a viewfinder, so I'm like talking to myself right now, right? I can see how it's like all like looking up, right? And then yeah, right? Because I've been looking for motivation to film this shit all day, and I still have yet to find it. Okay, it's like as soon as I hit record, it's like as soon as I hit record to start getting this ball rolling, right? It's like the universe is like, you know what? This is the perfect time for an entire gardening crew to come and mow the grass. Oh, and then guess what we're going to do after we mow the grass for an hour? Right? We're going to leaf blow. And do you know what's going to happen after that? The trash truck is going to come and take the trash and dump this massive fucking dumpster into the truck. Right? Oh, and then FedEx is going to come. And then UPS is going to come. And then Amazon's going to come. Because, of course, God forbid we have one mailing service that brings all your shit. Right? Yeah. Then they're going to come. And then they're going to... Because also another thing that bothers me about fucking PA, right? Never have I ever lived in a place that has an actual mail slot in the door. That is shit I've only seen on movies. Back in the Midwest, we got mailboxes that are freestanding at the end of our driveway. Okay, we don't do none of that in the door shit, right? But yeah, okay, put the mail in the slot. Another thing, right? That when that any movement outside the door in general, right? But especially when that shit happens, my dog's off the wall, crazy, going nuts, right? Especially, and also I have 2 dogs. Fun fact, I have a little like 10-pound Yorkie, okay, and then I have like a 70-pound mutt, right? And Jackson, the little baby, okay, he's a grumpy old fuck at this point, right? He has this nice habit of, oh, the mail got here? I'm going to find a way to break the barricade of a dog gate we have and attack the mail. Like, you know when like they make like cartoons of dogs, right? And they like have him like tearing up shit. That's literally what he does. He like swings his head back and forth and he's like, argh, right? Tears it up, right? He also has a habit, right? Because let him outside, okay? Oh, we got a package. Fuck it, the neighbor got a package. Right, guess what Jackson's doing? He is mauling the living fuck out of that poor box. Okay? He is attacking that shit like it's a fucking, like, another dog. Right? And I've noticed, I really feel like it's like a good case of Napoleon syndrome for him, because he never does it on boxes that are bigger than he is. No, he never does. Sorry, misspoke. He never does it on boxes that are smaller than he is. Okay, it's always the ones that are bigger. Right? And it is like a never-ending process, right, to get me here. And I feel like it's so fitting that it's called Crashout Couch, because today I'm just bitching because I need a bitch. Right? Yeah, I gotta get the first episode out sometime. Right? But, oh my god. Fuck. This shit has been so annoying. And I don't even know if this will come together. That's what I'm pissed off about. Fuck. Ugh. We need a sip of vanilla Walla after that, because, oh my gosh, this shit has been so annoying. Oh. Also, okay, I had to get up today, because I am, in fact, going back to school. I did 2 years of school at the University of Minnesota, right? Absolutely got, bent over, fucked in the ass, no lube, by my mental health in college, in that area of my life. So, did not do well, right? Did not do necessarily well, did not live up to my potential, right, while we were there. And another thing is why I live on the East Coast now is because, my parents quite simply would not let me go back to school, because it was not safe for me to live by myself, right? And so now, I'm here living with my dad in Pennsylvania, right? There was no place else, no place else my parents could have put me, okay? So I had to come out here, right? So that means I had to withdraw from school. And that was something that I was definitely struggling with at the time, because I feel like, oh my god, like it's going to set me back. No, when it comes down to, oh, I drop out of school, or I'm not here tomorrow, I'm not here anymore, right? I will 100% drop out of school. And I did not realize that at the time. And I thought it was such a failure of dropping out of school when I did, right? And then I think, right, because it was all about comparison to others, right? And then I think, oh my gosh, like I could literally be doing so much worse, right? I have this, like, I'm so hard on myself in terms of I have fucked up every opportunity for myself by now, right? Oh, that all? I said, oh, psych, right? Because as soon as I moved out here, I applied to school, right? Because I knew I was going to take the year pretty much off. This last summer, I was too mentally ill to work, right? So I just stayed home, couldn't work. I literally just had to focus on resting and, like, recentering myself. But once I moved here, right, got a job, right, at an undisclosed location, because that simply is none of your business. Okay? Mind your business there, okay? It's paying the bills. Okay? So we're not gonna jeopardize that, okay? And I got a job, which was a huge step for me, right, at this point in my life. And then I applied to school, right? I got in. And it was a blessing in disguise getting into this new school, because, oh my god, because another thing, a beef we have personally with University of Minnesota is, why is it so difficult to change a major, right? I've always been interested in the medical field in any sense, right? And I really I was disappointed because at the University of Minnesota, I could not explore that because I was accepted into the College of Liberal Arts, right? And it turned into a decision of, right, when it came time to declare a major, right, I just said to my counselor, which is so fucking sad, that I'm going into so much debt for an education, right, and I'm broken down mentally to a point where I just said, I just want a major that's going to allow me to graduate on time, right? That's the point where I was at. So then we settled on media and information, right? And fucking hated it. First of all, not my thing at all. Okay. I was kind of interested in more of like mass communication. That's at a different school, right? Oh, I wanted to see if I can explore nursing. nope, if you're not accepted into the School of Nursing, then you can't transfer into the School of Nursing. You have to go to Rochester, Minnesota, which is 45 minutes away. Oh, you don't have a car? Oh, shoot. I guess you're going to have to settle on this major that you don't like. Right? But moving out here, I could actually explore my interest in the medical field. And so I am going back to school in the fall for nursing. I don't know what kind of nursing yet. I don't even know if that's what it'll turn into, because I got accepted just as undeclared. And I'm working towards a path to get into nursing school. And so that's been like a little like, hey, okay. Moving here, I don't have to stick with a major, because I truly also was miserable in the Midwest. I was so like, I felt so trapped, right? And it was a good step, to move from South Dakota to Minnesota, right? But also like the weather in Minnesota, horrible. Minneapolis has gone downhill so bad. Like, it is, I used to go, I call it white trash vacation, right? Because that's what we do, right? We'd go, our vacations would consist of going to Mall of America, right? I remember when I was a kid, I thought Minneapolis was a fucking, like, magical place on earth, right? Now, it is literally all it consists of, right? Like, I saw things in that city that I didn't think I'd ever witness, okay? Right? They're, like, the crime and the drug problems, like, addiction crisis, really it is, and also the level of homelessness in that city is atrocious. And it was just like, not only was it just not safe to be there, it was so like dystopian in the way of, I got literally like so sick of just seeing parking garages. Like, I was like, all it is parking garages, and all you see is fucking concrete, okay? And I've never wanted to just park in like a parking lot and not have fear from my car being stolen or me being sex trafficked, okay? So much in my life, right? Because and also add that on top of being a woman today, right? Being a feminine presenting human being, right? You'd got guys following you around Target all the time. The amount of calls I had to make to my dad being like, there's someone following me, or the amount of times I had to have security escort me to my car, right? Ridiculous, right? So really, was I happy in Minneapolis? No, was not at all. But I'm still finding my footing here, right? And I hope, and like, this is like great. Like, oh my gosh, we're almost at like 40 minutes already. Jesus fuck, right? And I'm hoping, like, with, like, this new journey I'm taking, right, y'all will get to witness that growth, right? Because honestly, and also with all the shit that's happened in the past year, right, I really got nothing, I have no hesitations anymore about, like, if I'm interested in something, I'm gonna do it, right? Because there is no point in this lifetime, like, at all, of not doing something, right, until, like, or just, like, talking yourself out of shit, like, oh, I really am interested in nursing, but I'm already declared media information, like, I guess I'll just have to find a career I fucking hate for the rest of my life. No, there was no shame in me dropping out of school and finding something I was actually fucking interested in, right? No shame in that at all, right? And, I'm interested in starting a podcast. We're done holding it off. We're actually starting the damn thing. Right? And same thing with, like, my mental health, right? I have also, like, a huge part of me moving here, right? Because I have a lot of stories I can share about mental health. I want to, like, also, I have a lot of things I just want to dedicate specific episodes to, right? But a huge, like, goal of mine, right, through this process is to learn, like, how to, like, accept myself and how to love myself, and not let society or even myself to, like, hold myself back, right, from doing what makes me happy. And so I am so excited for the journey that this podcast is going to take us on, because, oh my gosh, like, this still feels surreal, right? Yeah, it was a pain in the ass to get going, okay? But oh my gosh, I'm so happy we're here, right? And I hope that this will. I'm hoping that, you know what, fuck it. I'm hoping this is something you can listen to while you're in the car, while you're grocery shopping, while you're, you know, in the shower, right? While you're at the gym. I don't fucking know. I just hope that you, you know, all of y'all, right, learn something from this, or like, relate to anything I have to say, or, find humor in some of the stories I have about life, because it is amazing how many lives I've lived in the 20 years I've been on this planet. Okay? So many jobs, so many experiences, all of this shit. And I am so excited to get to have a way to document that and put it out there. And I think just give it a little time, right? Let me get in the swing of things. I feel like we'll be really good friends. I feel like we'll be really good friends. But yeah. Oh my gosh, should I just finish my first episode of my podcast? Oh my god. Oh. I'm so fucking glad that's over. But this has been episode 1 of Crashout Couch. And I look so oh, that's another thing. I have no idea how much I'm gonna post. I have no idea how long it's gonna take to even get this shit on YouTube, right? But we're gonna try. We're gonna try very hard. Okay? Give it our best shot. Don't really have a set schedule. I guess I have to really get in the swing of things in terms of what my schedule looks like, and I can make that known one of these episodes of what you should expect in terms of when stuff's coming out and all this stuff. And this is the part where I have to sound like a cringy, pretentious fucking YouTuber. And I do apologize horrendously. This is painful for me to do. If you did like a little bit of what you heard today, okay, subscribe to the channel, right? Let's make some friends, okay? Leave a comment, hit the like button. Oh my god. Hit the notification bell. Fucking A. Jesus, just saying that, I'm just like it makes me so uncomfy. But yeah, if you like what you saw today, just do the stuff down below. And yeah, and we'll see you next time, I guess. Shit. Bye, bitches.